Hey guys, Jake here with eTrailer. Today we're going to be taking a look at a replacement latch for your enclosed trailer. It is going to be available in 55-inch length like we do here and a 36-inch length. Just see eTrailer. The kit is going to include your replacement latch and a new hasp so that you don't have an old hasp with your new latch. The construction is going to be a fairly thick steel construction with a zinc-plated finish so that it holds up with the elements. The handle here on the end is going to be a rubber dipped handle so that it's going to give you more than enough grip to be able to get it open and closed during wet conditions. A lot of times with those older latches, you're not going to have as much pressure on the door because of simple wear and tear on your hinges themselves. With this new one, you're going to have more than enough pressure with the cam style latch to be able to get it in place. And our door is going to seal very, very well. And then when paired with a padlock of some sort, your contents are going to be safe on the inside. So when installing this, we did run into a slight issue. That is, our top two holes lined up, but our bottom two were about a hole off. So we're going to give you some measurements just so you have a better idea of where it's going to land on your trailer. On each bracket, the spacing between the holes is going to be about 3 1/4 inches. And on our total length, from our topmost hole to our bottommost hole, is going to be about 53 3/4 inches. And for our hasp, our holes are going to be about 4 inches apart. So overall, the installation wasn't too bad. We did have to drill a few holes. You are going to have to provide your own hardware or reuse your old hardware. But with that being said, let's go ahead and show you how we got it done. Now, to get our new latch in place, we're going to use the old hardware just to hold it so that we can measure our bottom two holes because they're not going to quite line up with our old latch. So we're going to use the same alignment and mark our new holes. And then we're going to have to drill these out. And then we're going to use bolts instead of our self-tapping screws that were in our old latch. Now what we're using here for our hardware is going to be a 5/16 carriage bolt that's 2.5 inches long in order to get all the way through our trailer wall. With it being a 5/16 bolt, we're going to be using a 3/8 bit in order to drill out our holes. Now, depending on the thickness of your trailer wall, ours is just going to be the sheet metal here, a 2x4 backing, and then a piece of plywood on the inside. So our drill bit's going to be more than long enough to be able to reach all the way through our wall. Then we go ahead and take our new hardware and put it into place. Now that we've got our bolts inserted on our top two holes, we'll put a washer, a flat washer, and a nut on the back side of each of our 4 bolts. And then we'll tighten them all down. Now in our locking portion, there's nothing wrong with this lock except our new kit is going to come with a new one. So we're going to go ahead and replace it while we're at it. We lined it up with our old pre-existing holes, and the holes are not going to line up, so we're going to have to drill another hole, and we will be able to reuse our old hardware, but we're going to go ahead and drill out that hole. Now we're going to be reinserting the hardware that came out of these holes on our old latch because I like how they have a flush mount design on the inside. If you need to pick up new hardware, go ahead and just pick up the same bolts. They are going to have the same size square as the latch does. Then we can go ahead and test fit it after we've got everything safely secured. Now we can take some gasket sealer or some caulk and fill in any holes that might be still present. So here we're just using some white caulk to patch up that hole. So all in all, the installation's not going to be too difficult. It did kind of stink that we did have to drill 2 new holes for the bottom, but it may not work out like that for you guys. All in all, I think it's going to be a really great product, and it's going to be a great replacement for your trailer.